paper, institution, the government, the university, the institute, and many others. Only I difficult to come here to learn English to communication with foreign analysts.
With the foreigners.
English is the best language in the world. I think it's my opinion.
Lovely to see you all here today. Good evening. My name is Siham. I'm here to discuss this topic. Why most of the business use English, Somali business. The reason is that business use English is communication only, in my opinion. The communication is the blood of the business. Without communication, the business can't move. And English is international language, and the business use English for many reasons. First, they use English to make demand and supply. When you have a business and you are in Somalia, you need supply. Supply, it means product that came from other countries like Dubai, China, Japan, and Uganda. As well as when you are in your country, you have a Ghana, for example. There is a lot of the countries that demand your product. Sometimes we are exporting banana, mango, those. Also, business use. Secondly, the business use English to satisfy their customer. When organization have a lot of customer, diverse customer, it means some customers are citizens while others are foreign. For example, Hurmud have a lot of customers. Some are Somalis and others are foreign, like our teachers, right? Always Hurmud say to you, when you call Hurmud, you need service. They say to you, choose number 1 if you need to Somali, or choose number 2 if you need English, right? So you need to use English to satisfy your customer. Also, you need to use English to communicate your employees. If you have a lot of employees and they are diverse, for example, this college, Frontier College, have a lot of employees. Some are foreign, some are Somalis, and they communicate each other English language. In my conclusion, English is very important in the business. Thank you.
Question, yes. One question only, because of time, right?
No question.
This one.
2 questions.
1, 2.
Okay, Madam Speaker, thank you so much. You are explaining your opinion. As we know, when it's Somalia, we are talking about Somalia, and most of business people, they branch name or they call it as language. So, otherwise, you know, the people that kill you, or the people that use something, or the production, or the black people, or customers are Somali. And the Somali people, they don't know, most of Somali people, they don't know how to read that rabbit, or that names, and that name of the business. So, that challenge, we can solve that challenge from the business people.
Thank you.
Yes. Right. We have a lot of businessmen or women who don't know how to read and write, but they have a lot of employees like you. When you learn English, you can employ their organization, and you can translate English to Somali when they making meeting, demanding or satisfying their customer. Thank you.
English is an international language that we use all our business in English language. The third point is on And the English, and when we use as a brand name, it is easy to use, or it's easy for foreign people to read, to understand what this market, what our shop is buying. The second one is
Hello.
English as a fashion. Yeah, we learn English as a fashion because everybody here, and if someone asks you, do you know English? If you said no, that means you are ignorant. You don't know nothing. But if you said yes, I know English, that means you are well educated. That's the second point, before last point.
Lastly.
The last is yes, we use English is for the companies is to get more benefit from the customers. That's why they use all in English language in their companies or in the university or whatever, in the hospitals. That's all for me.
Thank you very much. We had many points, but now we are talking instead of listening. We came here to speak English, to practice and learn from each other. If you want to speak to each other, I think you shouldn't come here in the first place, isn't it? If you are in this hall, please keep quiet, listen, ask questions. Anissa, do you have any comments on what he said?
I have a comment.
Please.
Yes. Welcome.
Let me tell you one thing. We use in a lot of companies in Somalia, like shopping. Everybody knows what's going on, what's right in the shopping of the company. Even if you don't understand, even if you don't know English language, like that, the company with the goods, what they want, like supermarket. Everybody knows because of there are a lot of articles that show you that is going on what you want. That's my opinion.
So, if you want to deal with international, you still need English.
Yes, that's
But
point.
then he said there are fighting between languages. Do you agree with him? No. Between Arabic or why don't you agree with him? I give you the mic, by the way. I give you the mic. Just enjoy your speech.
Thank you very much,
I don't want you to speak.
Mr. Speaker. You say some of your points as a fashion. For example, if you visit some of the office, as a government office, as a education office, as a university office, as any educated, that's a fashion, or that is artificial. On the other way, in my opinion, I believe the people that behind the common language of Somali people, educated, institution, the government, the university, the schools, and what else, and what other.
Why? You have your comment, please.
It doesn't make sense to be a prof or to be an educated person. You have to know there is brainwash and around the world, and our society is the most of them they don't know what they're doing because brainwash. That's why we use English and we don't know why the reason we use English. That's brainwash.
Great, I'll give you. But then he said a brainwash. It is like we are forced to speak the language because we want to be like Americans.
Of course.
Like with the ones we watch in the movies.
Yes, that's
it's not necessary, but then we have to. It's a brainwash. That's what he says.
Yes, only, but I don't agree with this guy. Because
Please.
if I talk about, yeah.
Why?
Why? Because the only to use in English, it's a common English, use only rates in our, it's a choice in our country. If we are wild, if we are our government is a wild, and we make a contribution to use in the common Somali language. I don't want to use it English.
So we all. Question, please. To whom? To the second speaker? Please. When you get the mic, please say your name so that we reference. I want to ask Ahmed.
As we all here, we are coming here to learn English language as prophet. But why are you saying I disagree to learning English? Why are you coming here?
If you think we should...
Okay. Only I this is come here to learn English for communication with foreigners, not only
with the foreigners.
Speaker, Madam Speaker, thank you so much.
No, she's not Madam Speaker.
No question. Madam Supplement.
Please.
Okay, Madam Speaker, well, the main teacher will come here to learn English, but if you type anything, if you do anything, you communicate even about mother language, we lost our mother language. But we communicate international languages and our Bangladesh and other people. But with Somali people, we communicate with Somali mother language.
Hello everyone, my name is Maka. If I try to talk about this topic, I'm not a business or I don't know something about business, but the only thing I know is the importance of English language. And why those who are business, Somali's business, they use. We all know that if you wanna just to communicate around the world or just to have a business, you must know how to speak to the foreigners, because we know in our country and we don't have enough development. Most of our uses in our homes or in our schools or those charities, everything comes from abroad. That's why we need to communicate those people by way of business. And if you want to communicate those, you have to learn English or you have to know. Yes, we all know that our first language is Somali. Then today, for example, if I wanted to just request or to have a cream from abroad, if I talk Somali, there is no Google here to translate it. So I have to know English. That's all for me. If you have questions, then ask me.
Let's give the girl. What's your name? Paris. Yeah, I'm good. Body. Off. Yeah. Oh, try it.
Another one. Okay. I have a question for you.
Hello.
Thank you. I have a question for you. My question is.
It's okay, just the network only. Network.
My question is, the people who are the business Somalis are ready to help us to learn English because of their right English words for their children. And can we say they are helping us to learn English easily?
Have you understood? Put off the microphone and wait. Okay, answer the question.
If I try to answer your question was like those business, okay, if I give you the answer is, if you don't know English, how you can understand the name was writing there? You first know English, then you go and see what's the product. You can understand.